Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for emailing the show. Appreciate it. Now, you want us to do a second date update for you today with a girl named Veronica?
Yeah, that's right.
Then you didn't say much in your email other than the fact that you brought a gun to the date.
Please be talking about your muscle.
I did. No, it was a gun. I carry a gun on me, and, I don't think it's a big deal, but I'm thinking that might have played part.
Todd,
You're a
it's a big deal.
You're a registered gun owner. You have a permit to carry a gun?
Absolutely, yes, sir, I do.
Okay, but what?
You didn't clarify in your email. I was just like, what do you have it like tucked into the back and you just like set it out on the table like, yeah, you never know, girl.
Right.
So you have a permit to carry your gun and you decided to take it on your date. Why?
Well, the crime rates in Seattle make people want to protect themselves, and I'm someone that would like to protect myself, especially if I'm, with company and going out on a date with a young lady.
Okay.
I would like to be able to have that option of protecting her in case something were to arise.
Wait,
How
did
long
you just
have
come
you-
out of the wild, wild west and you're going to go do a shootout with Jesse James?
You tell me if you were in a situation and you didn't have a handgun on you, then you can argue with me about that.
No, I've never, no. That's so weird. When did you show her the gun?
She noticed it was on me. I didn't show it off to her, but she noticed that I had it on me. I didn't have it necessarily completely concealed, but she did see that I had it.
How long have you carried a gun with you?
For a couple of years now.
A couple of years now. And does that work out for you? People are normally cool with it?
They're going to have to be.
No matter.
Yeah. Got a gun.
You're the one that has a gun. You're right. Okay.
How did she react to seeing the gun on you since you didn't tell her about it? Did you have a conversation?
She didn't take kindly to it. She did have a reaction to it. I tried to calm her down and continue on to the meal, but she wanted to discuss a little bit, and I understand that. She wanted to feel comfortable with it, and I think by the end of the conversation, she warmed up to it a little bit.
Other than the gun thing, is there anything else that was weird about your date?
I took her to a nice dinner. I let her order wherever she wanted, and after that, we kind of drove around a little bit and talked about each other's jobs, and, I offered her, she wanted to watch a movie, and so we did that, and I took her back to my apartment, and we ended up watching a movie there.
Yeah.
That wasn't because you used your gun, was it? Like, hey.
It was not.
Okay.
Nope. I actually did not remove the gun from my person the entire time.
So you got her back to your place to watch a movie. She must have liked you.
I thought she did, but I haven't heard from her since.
So at the end of all of this, did you guys end up kissing?
No, none of that happened, and, I thought I showed her a good time, but, apparently that's not good enough these days. I don't know.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
Well, the date was about a week ago, and I haven't heard really anything, and I probably messaged her maybe 3 times.
So what exactly was it that you liked about her so much?
She was just a really kind of natural, easygoing person. Even if someone has an issue with the gun, she seemed, after maybe 5 minutes of discussion about it, she seemed okay, and that's what I liked about her.
Yeah, I would think it would probably be something else, because if somebody has a problem with guns, they don't want to be around them at all. She wouldn't go back to your place. You know what I mean?
You could have a whole
she would have been
arsenal there or something.
She would have been done after dinner,
Well, I do have a couple of guns at the apartment, but, I don't think she should be that surprised
Did
by
you
it.
show her your guns at the apartment?
They're out. They're on display.
Okay. Do you have like a gun rack?
More of a showcase, kind of, with the glass door.
Are you sure we're not doing second date update in Idaho?
All right, man, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and see if we can get your second date update, okay?
All right, thank you.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Todd is on the phone. He wants us to call Veronica. Veronica isn't calling him back, and he's not sure why. He thinks it's that he brought a gun on his first date. Todd is a registered gun owner. He has a permit to carry a weapon. He brings his gun everywhere because he, just wants it for protection. Todd, I think, though, the reason that you're not getting a call back isn't because of the one gun that you brought with you on your date.
Uh-huh.
Okay, when you took her back to your place, like you said, and you described how you have sort of a display of guns.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that might have pushed it over the top. It might have made her a little nervous.
All right.
You think?
Who knows for sure? I'm curious what she says.
And Todd, if she happens to be one of these gun-hating hippies, you still want a second date?
Oh, come on.
You still want a second date with her?
I think if we can work it out, I'd be interested in that.
All right, so you're open to it, okay.
Would you be willing to lock up the guns if that was the case?
My guns are locked up except the one that I had on me.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to dial the number now, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay? You ready?
Sure, thank you.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Veronica, please?
Who is this?
Hi, Veronica. My name is James. I'm calling from the National Rifle Association. Wondering if you would take a survey with us real quick. You're a gun lover, correct?
Not really. I guess I'm okay with them.
Hey, Veronica.
Yeah?
This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. Hi.
Have you ever heard our radio show before?
I'm sorry, I haven't.
Okay. I'll explain to you the reason why I was pretending to be from the National Rifle Association in just a second. But we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
Okay.
Okay? It's where if you go out on a date with someone and then blow them off, they email us and ask us to give you a call and ask why.
Okay.
So you recently went out with one of our listeners. His name is Todd.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now does it make sense why I was joking around about being from the National Rifle Association?
Yeah, it exactly makes sense now.
So Todd told us about your date. He said that you seemed a little weirded out that he carries a gun.
After talking to him, he made me feel very comfortable about it.
Okay.
So I wasn't that nervous, but, I mean, it is a little weird to carry a concealed weapon on you
So
on a first date.
Todd talked to us. He said that he really enjoyed your date, and he'd love to see you again, but he feels like the fact that he brought that gun on the date turned you off, and that's why you're not returning any of his phone calls. Is that why you're not calling him back?
And no, that's not why.
Okay, is it anything to do with the guns?
No, it actually has nothing to do with guns.
Okay, do you mind telling us why then, so we can pass the news along to him?
Well, we were watching Titanic, and that's one of my favorite movies. And towards the end, yeah, we were watching Titanic. He put it in, and I was just like, how sweet. He actually likes romance. Really nice, right?
And that's like a 4-hour movie, too.
Yeah, but it was nice because we were talking in between, and at the end of the movie, after Leonardo dies, he just blatantly asked if I want to him.
What? What? That was
Are
nuts.
you like? Did he say it like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Do you want to
What?
Really?
He had been a gentleman all the way up until this point.
He sounds like a gentlemanly dude. Like he sounds like he would not go there.
Very formal.
And you're not over exaggerating. That's the way he said it to you.
That is how he said it, and I just thought it was completely inappropriate. It made me feel uncomfortable, and then I started thinking in the back of my mind all the guns.
Yeah.
So
Look, we talked to him and asked him about your date. He left that out. He didn't say that he said that at the end of the night. He said, I even asked him, like, what's the last thing you guys said to each other? And he's like, oh, it was just normal. She said goodbye and thought I'd see her again, and that's it. Did you make it obvious that you were upset?
no, he has guns.
Yeah.
I just was very calm and tried to get out of the apartment and get back to my house.
I
Wow.
don't blame you one bit.
Hey,
That is
Veronica?
insane.
Veronica, hang on one second. Todd, did you actually say...
Now, hold on.
Veronica, I should let you know that Todd's on the phone with us. He's been listening this whole time.
He's on the
Yeah,
phone.
hi. I gotta clear that up. First things first. I did say that, but we had some drinks, and I think calling me out on the air like that right now, you guys weren't there. You didn't feel what I felt, and I thought it was an okay thing to maybe say.
No,
Going for
it's
a
his first date, dude.
How is that okay to say? There's other ways to say it, more romantically, or gestures or movements to go in that direction. I mean, to blatantly come out and say it, I'm not a prostitute.
Well, no, I'm not saying you are a prostitute, nor did I offer you money for it, did I? He had some drinks, and I thought we were enjoying each other's company. There was a romantic movie on, and it's obvious when I'd say things to people.
Okay, but do you understand where I'm coming from? Towards the end of the movie, you paused it, looked me in my eye, and said, do you want to
Oh my gosh.
I did. I did say that, and I remember that, and, I am sorry if that came across as crude. I did not mean it to be, nor did I...
What other way, Todd, what other way could that come across?
She didn't immediately leave, so I didn't think that it was, it didn't register.
Maybe she was scared.
Have you used that line on other women, Todd?
And, I'm an honest man.
I don't know what else you want me to say about it.
You're a straight shooter.
Yeah, there it is.
I like that about you, Todd.
Okay.
Gosh.
Hey, Veronica, at this point, I would love to ask you guys if you'll go out on a second date.
Oh, God.
I will pay for it, Veronica, if you'll go out with Todd again.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a no.
No? Are you sure?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm positive.
He's a sweet talker. I could have him try to convince you.
Sweet tiger. All those romantic
Well,
words.
let me just say that if we were to go on a second date, I will be more of a gentleman because, I appreciate what you're telling me now, and, I understand.
I think
I understand, and I apologize.
What you're saying, Todd, is that you're not a player, you just a lot. Right?
It's not even that. No, sir, it's not that. I apologize, and I didn't mean to offend you, and if I did not know it at the time, and I would love to take you out again.
Veronica, has Todd convinced you to go out with him?
I think he's probably a really nice person, and he might need to see somebody to help him with dialogue with.
Hello.
Hey, is this Scott?
Yes, it is. Who's this?
Scott, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
Okay. Can I help you?
Well, I don't even think you can help me. That's a loaded question when it comes to me, but there is somebody who you might be able to help out. We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
What?
Yeah, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we got an email from a woman named Krista, and you should remember going out with her because you guys played Truth or Dare, and unless you're playing Truth or Dare all over the place all the time, then I'm assuming you probably remember her.
Yeah, no, that was the first and last time I played Truth or Dare.
Oh, my God. You regret it. You do regret playing that game on a first date.
I mean, look, Krista seems like a really nice person. I sort of messed things up initially because I suggested a movie, and I don't know, I wasn't thinking, I didn't buy tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, she told us all that,
okay.
And then she told us about how you guys were hanging out and playing Truth or Dare, so she thinks that maybe you might have been embarrassed because she revealed that she had cheated on a partner in the past. That's what she really thinks.
No. That was not the issue. Like, I kind of actually appreciated that she was, just being upfront about it, and she said that it happened, 10 years ago or something, so I'm not judging her for that.
She felt like your whole mood changed when she revealed that she had cheated on someone.
No, my whole mood changed 5 minutes later when her mom walked in. And I was like,
What
is going on?
Wait, hold up. Did she live with her mom and she didn't tell you or something?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Sort of reaction.
If I was hanging out at some chick's house playing Truth or Dare and then her mom walked in, I might be like, whoa, this is about to get really interesting. Or it would be weird for me, I don't know.
What kind of dares are you coming up with, lady?
Yeah, and honestly, it just kept getting weirder where, suddenly her mom's playing Truth or Dare.
No!
Wait, hold up. She didn't tell us any of this. So her mom started playing Truth or Dare with you guys on your first date.
Yeah, we're sitting cross-legged in a circle on the rug, and suddenly it's how old am I? What's happening? And she seems to have no lights on. It just seems as if all of this is totally normal.
Wait, was her mom cool? Was she cool? I mean, after you got over the initial shock, was she a cool person to hang out with?
No, it's not. I'm on a date. I'm not trying to hang out with someone's mom. She seemed like a perfectly fine person if I met her in 5 months or something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe it just doesn't cross her mind because they live together, so it's so normal for her.
If you were on a date with a dude and that's what happened, wouldn't you be like, okay, time for me to truth my way out of here?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't stick around for that.
Yeah,
it must
exactly.
be.
And so it gets crazier because she's playing, and then suddenly the dare for me is that I have to give them my phone for 2 minutes of uninterrupted time.
No.
So her and her mom are checking out what's on your phone?
Which, honestly, to be completely honest, I don't really have anything on there that I'm, that concerned with. I'm not taking pictures of things I shouldn't be taking pictures of.
Hey, that is your body. You can take pictures of it if you want.
Hey, I would Jubal on that one. So wait, did you give them your phone?
Yes. We were already in it. I was just, I sort of felt honestly, this was peer pressure. I felt like I was in, I don't know, middle school again or something. It was crazy.
What did they do for 2 minutes with your phone?
I don't know. I mean, really, they, looked through things, were mostly bored, except I'm getting texts from some number that I don't have being let's hang out. And it's oh, it's Debbie, Krista's mom.
Wait, her
what?
mom is texting you to hang out?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I assume that she must have either I don't know if she memorized my number when they had my phone or what, but I'm really actually very creeped out by all of this.
And you have no interest in going out with her mom, huh?
No, No, I mean nothing
Weird.
against your mom. It's just like this isn't how I like meet people.
Mind
Okay.
blown, Jubal.
You're an interesting guy, Scott.
And the mom is like hitting on you. You don't think that she just doesn't understand how friends work?
No, like she kept saying that I had nice arms or something, which was like okay.
Yeah, she's hitting on you.
Yeah, she's definitely
Appropriate.
hitting on you.
Oh, man.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that Krista is on the phone and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Krista, you still there? Or is your mom there? Either one.
No, just me. I'm here.
How do you leave out that information?
It didn't seem like pertinent information to me. She was there for 5 minutes, and then he left. Also, I don't believe my mom would be texting you. But even if it was, it's not that crazy. She's a mama bear. She's protective.
Wait, whoa.
I mean,
Okay, hold on. I mean, guys, do you see why this is problematic for me?
I still don't get it, but...
Oh, you
I
don't
mean,
get it, Jubal,
no,
yeah.
I mean,
I feel like you just don't have a good relationship with your parents. I mean, if you... She's
No. Look, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying my relationship with my parents is perfect. I'm just saying that I was definitely freaked out by the whole, like, playing truth or dare, and then, like, getting the text put me over the edge. Like, I think you really need to have a conversation with your mom, and I'm just not trying to get in between any of this.
you're not trying to get in between her and her mom? Why not?
I'm not.
Yeah, good luck
Dude,
with that.
you're not making this any easier, okay? I'm just saying, like, honestly, Mama Bear aside, like, that's not cool.
Okay, you said something about her commenting on your arms. What was that about? What did she say?
She just kept saying, like, oh, you have nice arms. Do you work out?
Well, I mean, God, I guess that is a little weird.
Yeah, that
Oh my
doesn't
God,
sound like somebody who's protective.
How are you not freaking out about this? If my mom did this to me, I would be irate and embarrassed and all of the things.
I don't know. She's a fun lady. I mean, that's when she came home and, like, you know, she's walking in at 11:30 to our house that we share. I'm not going to say, like, I'm on a date, leave.
Yeah, but I would also say to my date, oh, shoot, my mom's home. Maybe we call it a night, not continue to play truth or dare with him.
Go to your place.
Well, one round. I don't know.
Yeah, one round was damage enough.
I guess so.
Really, I'm just trying to check in with you here, Krista. Like, are you hearing what I'm saying is happening? Your mom is texting me behind your back.
Okay,
and
yeah, I'm
complimenting
hearing you
me
loud and clear.
physically.
You're being very clear. I understand. The texting that you say she's doing behind my back, I'm going to be talking to her about that, believe me, because that is crossing
Can I
the
ask you
line.
a question? Has this ever happened before? Like, am I the first person who's been in this situation with you?
Okay, to be honest, I've played a couple rounds of Truth or Dare with my mom, with other guys before, but
Oh, my God.
knowledge,
Weird.
this is the first time that she has ever texted someone afterwards.
Scott, that means you're special.
He's a catch.
Yeah.
Actually, it means I'm, like, totally not special. Like, did you... All right, I really need to know this now. Were you setting us up to play Truth or Dare with your mom?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
What? No, that is crazy talk. No, I live with my mom. We were playing Truth or Dare. She happened to come in.
Uh-huh.
And how many times has that happened, though?
I can hear you guys not believing me.
Yeah, because we don't.
It's just a coincidence.
Come on, Chris, you wouldn't date a guy who had his dad play Truth or Dare with you.
If he was as fun as my mom is, then definitely it would be okay with me.
Really?
Okay.
Well, maybe you guys just have different priorities.
Scott,
I'm tapping out, guys. I'm just telling
well,
you,
not yet,
like,
Scott. I got a question for you. Would you like to go out with Krista on a second date? We will pay for it. Maybe we can buy you a Twister set for her and mom.
Yeah.
You would pay for it?
Yeah.
No, of course I'm not going to go on a second date with her. What are you,
Okay.
crazy? You think this is a money issue? No. Thanks so much for the, like, yeah, no. I'm fine.
I
I'm
don't
good.
Need, I don't need to listen to this. Like, relationships are not a deposition. This is crazy.
Question. Have you ever given a deposition in a situation like this?
That's a really morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Oh, okay. I don't think I know.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you. I host a radio show on Movie 92.5. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you. His name is Tommy, and he said that he recently met you at Starbucks, and you guys went out on a date, and he went a little out of the box and did something that he calls a bigger and better date.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, Tommy wanted me to call you today because he wanted to see if he screwed up on that date or if there was a reason that you're not calling him back, because I know that he's tried to text you a few times and he's gotten no response.
Okay, he wants to know why I'm not texting him back?
Yep. So he asked us if we could get you on the phone.
he emailed you. So that was this.
Yes. So what'd you think of the bigger and better date idea that he did?
It was certainly different than what I'm used to.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
I don't blame you.
That was a nice little pause there before. Okay, so is that why you're not calling him back then?
It was really weird and just, like I said, not what I'm used to. He's not like the guys I'm used to.
I mean, but is that necessarily a bad thing? It's good to expand your horizons, try different things.
Well, that's what I thought.
How is he not what you're used to? What are you used to?
Honestly, I'm used to being taken out on like a very classy date with really classy guys. I mean, my last boyfriend owned a gym, so I'm used to a guy that takes me places and treats me well. And this we were like homeless people for the day.
Do you mean like you date dudes with money is what you're saying?
I mean, at least guys that take me out on real dates. This didn't even feel like a date. It was just, we were like hobos running around like begging for money.
Oh, Tony.
I think I'd feel that way too. And I'm not like super into money. Yeah. What was the worst part of it?
I said to him, like, I made it clear that I don't really do this. And he made me do it at one point for this plate with pandas on it.
Yeah, he told us about that. He said he was actually very impressed that you were able to get that plate.
Big score.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt him, It's just being honest. That's how I feel. And I just feel like I deserve better.
Hey, Tony, wouldn't you like to talk to Tommy and just tell him that date was kind of weird and he shouldn't do that again? Maybe some like constructive criticism?
No, I mean, like, I think he should get the picture by me not responding.
Okay, well, he isn't getting that picture.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you that he's on the phone and been listening. So you've already kind of told him.
He's on the phone?
Yeah.
Look, I feel like you didn't really try on the date. It's like you didn't really try. So how can you tell if it was really? How could you tell if it was really fun if you didn't really actually give it your all? I kind of felt like I was pulling you up the whole time. I think we could have had a fun time and actually had gotten to know each other better and had a fun date. Not every date has to be this classy, romantic, roses at the table and wine and fancy fiddle players. I think it would be fun to just go be vagabonds for a day.
I mean, that's fine that you think that, but I don't. I'm sorry. To be honest, dating me is a privilege, and I deserve to be treated on a date a lot better than I was.
Dating you is a privilege? I'm a fun, cool, creative guy who actually likes to do things with people in the city. I don't do just cookie-cutter dates with roses, man. Dating me is a privilege.
If that's your idea of a date, that's fine, but it's not mine.
I'm sorry that I'm not like your ex-boyfriend gym-owning, beefcake, no-brain, muscle-face rich people. I'm sorry I'm not just like your father and made of money, I'm a real person, and...
Excuse me, real people beg for money on a first date?
It's not begging for money. You keep saying that. It's trading for things and asking for things.
Well, you can
it's a
call it
bigger and
whatever
better
you want
thing.
to call
It's
it.
an adventure.
I
If you're not into an adventure, then I'm not into you.
Tommy.
Well, then that brings me to my next question. I was going to ask Tawny if she would like a second date with Tommy. I will pay for it. Tawny, will you go out with Tommy again, even though he just said he didn't want to see you?
Honestly, I think he needs to date somebody more his class, his league. It's just not
Tony.
Well, come on.
There you go,
That's
Tommy.
rude.
Hey, it's time to play in your own league, all right? Stay in your class, buddy.
All right, I'll stay in my own class because we have more fun and we do more fun things instead of, read Southern Living magazines and try to figure out what rich life is about.
I don't know how you're offended, Tommy. In the very beginning of this, you said you were attracted to her because you thought she was a rich girl.
He said that?
Well, you shouldn't be offended either because it sounds like you're attracted to rich guys.
Yeah, but at least I'm upfront about it.
He said that he thought that you were out of his league because you're hot, and he said that he thought you might have a lot of money.
Well, I guess I am.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Dana, please?
Yeah, this is Dana.
Hey, Dana, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Hey, Brittany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Brittany.
You ever heard of it before?
Ever heard of what before?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm not sure.
All right. It sounds like you just woke up. Are you tired?
Yes.
Well, good morning,
Well, I'm sorry about that. Well,
sleepyhead.
so we're calling you because we actually got an email from one of our listeners who asked us to call you.
Okay.
You want to know who?
Still not registering, is it?
He's not awake.
Well, no, I'm intrigued.
Okay. His name is Michael.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. And you met Michael at the gym recently.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you went out with Michael on a date after and left pretty quick into it, and you haven't contacted him since.
That is correct.
Okay, cool. Well, Michael emailed us because he wants to know what went wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, it was just like, I wasn't really sure how I felt, you know. I just couldn't really deal with it. First dates are weird, you know, so.
Did you? This was my theory, okay? My theory is that you went out with him as a pity date because he told us about the whole treadmill fiasco where he injured both you and him.
Initially, it kind of was. You know, I'm like, oh my God, such a weird guy. You know, like I'll just go out with him and get him off my back. But I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about him, and I felt really awkward. I had to leave.
During the drinks that you guys were having, you felt awkward?
Yeah, I'm still like kind of going through like a breakup, if you will, sort of. I'm kind of sensitive, so it was going really well, and I'm just so surprised that I liked him, you know, and I don't know if I'm ready to, you know, move forward with a guy that I might like, and I don't know. I'm just sort of a mess right now emotionally.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
really
that
sweet.
sucks. But you could tell that you liked him that much just from that experience?
Yeah, we like had a lot in common, and like we started like finishing each other's sentences, and yeah, I was taken aback at how like attracted to him I became throughout just like that half hour, and the feelings were kind of overwhelming that I had to excuse myself.
Wait, how long have you? Are you single right now, or are you still in a relationship?
No, I am single, but like I had a fiance, and it was very messy,
Yeah.
and it's only been about 5-6 months or so, and I promised myself that I wouldn't date anyone for at least a year.
Yeah.
To really get over this guy, you know, to be fully open and available for a new relationship, and you know, it wouldn't be fair to Michael, you know, to be in you know, to date someone when I'm like this. So
But you could still do stuff with him.
Jubal!
I mean, that's a good way to get over a breakup.
well, that's the thing. I felt like this could be a really special guy in my life, and I'm really not ready for that. So I really need like, you know, a year to heal and be available, and it's only been about 6 months or so. So
Okay, so you just want us to tell him, that he's got to wait 6 months if he wants another date.
kind of, probably.
I feel like that is so emotionally responsible of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you really are aware of where you're at in the healing process, and this guy is obviously not just a rebound guy.
Correct. And, you know, I don't know if he feels that way about me or anything, and I'm just like, whoa, this is happening way too fast, and so, I don't know, it's a little embarrassing, but...
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, I was saying we could tell him that, and I think you could probably just do it yourself, though, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
You're not serious, are you?
I am 100% serious. Michael?
Brittany, how you doing? Sorry about that.
Awkward laugh.
That's not fair. I didn't know you were on the line.
I mean, I'm just like blown away right now. I really just thought that you didn't want to see me again. I can't believe.
I'm really sorry. I didn't really know how to process everything that was going on, and you know, obviously now you know everything I've been going through, so it's just, you know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she wants to see you again just in 6 months.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like I'd really like to see you again. And if you had a good time and feel that same way about me, it's kind of crazy not to at least hang out, you know?
Yeah, I just I don't think it would be fair to you either, because I'm not, completely 100% there yet. I'd still be thinking about my ex, and not, I don't want to bring any like crap from that relationship into this. So it's just I'm trying to be responsible and careful with, my emotions. And
For sure. I hear what you're saying. That's really good that you're like processing that. At the same time, though, it's like so rare that you meet somebody. I mean, I really feel like, you're like the most beautiful girl I've ever met. And, like after talking to you, and like your heart is like even more beautiful on the inside. I mean, I just.
Oh, you're so sweet. That was the best compliment ever.
I'm tearing up over
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
No, that's really beautiful, and I appreciate that. And I would love to say yes. I don't think it's a good idea right now. And like you said, it's not, every day you meet someone so special. So like, I'll still, if we're still there for each other in 5-6 months or whatever, like, cool.
Brittany, look, you've heard everybody swooning about how hearts and love and all that stuff are beautiful.
God, you're romantic.
If it is in fact that beautiful, don't you think you should just go for it?
I see your point. It's just I think that'll be too messy. I need more time to heal and be confident and figure out like who I am as a person. And
yeah, that's
I was
good.
in this relationship for a long time.
Right.
One last question, and I've heard what you said. You said you're not interested until you feel like you've healed enough. But would you like to go out with Michael on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Brittany, before you answer, I know you've said no to me and them asking like a whole bunch, but just please think about it. I mean, I just want to say that if we had that much of a connection after 30 minutes of hanging out, it just seems crazy to me to risk throwing that away. Like, why don't you take a couple weeks and heal, and then maybe we can, like, get together.
Yeah,
listen to him, Brittany. I mean, there's no such thing as good timing. These things always happen when you least want them to.
No, I hear you guys, and I appreciate it. It just, I promised myself a year. I think that's a good timeline to feel better. And so I just have to, regretfully decline.
Brittany! Come on!
Brittany, I think you're making a big mistake because, as somebody who's gone through a lot of breakups and always promised myself at the end of those that I would wait a certain amount of time, I've always jumped in like into another relationship at about the 6-month mark, and you might be missing out on a really awesome breakup.
Wait, yeah, exactly. I was going to say, Jubal's such a good example of healthy relationships in this world.
I fully support you, Brittany. Stick it out. Stick to your guns.
Yeah, thanks for that. Michael, keep my phone number, and like in 6 months, we can see what happens. We can still see each other at the gym, maybe.
Oh, man, that's too bad. Well, I will definitely call you in a few months.
Oh.
She said 6, not a few.
Stick to the rule.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, is Andrea there?
Yeah, this is she.
Hello, Andrea.
Yep, speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
The radio show?
Yeah. Yeah, are you familiar?
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times.
Listen, please.
This is she.
Hello, Madison. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From where? I'm sorry.
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
You're looking for Madison?
Yes, I am. I'm calling you today because we recently got an email about you.
Okay.
It was from somebody that you went out on a date with. His name is Bruce.
Okay.
And Bruce told us a little bit about your date, and he's very curious why you just kind of stopped talking to him. So he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Okay. It's kind of awkward.
It's kind of awkward.
Understandable.
Yeah, this is a very awkward thing, but Bruce really wants to know if he did something wrong on your date. He had nothing but nice things to say about you. But he also said that you made plans with him to go out, like the next Friday after you guys had your date, and then you just bailed.
I mean, that just kind of happened. I do apologize, and I feel bad.
Hey, Madison, have you ever had somebody do that to you where you're really kind of into them and you want to go out with them again, they just stop talking to you?
Yes.
It's pretty frustrating, right?
It is. It is. I do understand. It is very frustrating.
So then...
And I do apologize.
Okay, well, don't you think it'd be cool to, like, let Bruce know why you blew him off?
I guess I can explain to you. I just would feel like I would hurt his feelings.
Okay.
So I don't want him to know.
Well, you could tell us, and then we'll figure out a way to tell him where it doesn't hurt his feelings.
Kind of relay the message gently.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a good time. He was very nice, and when the date finished, he called me back, and he just, said thank you, and that was actually really nice. I really appreciated that. So we talked on his way home, and then he got home and proceeded to get off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if, obviously, I highly doubt he knows he did this, and I am in the wrong for this a little bit too, but he didn't hang up, and...
So you stayed on. Anytime anybody does that to me, by the way, I stay on the phone the whole time too, just to listen for a little bit, just to see what they're doing.
You guys are such
I want to catch somebody being like pervy or something,
It wasn't pervy. I wasn't being a perv. I just, I was just kind of curious, I guess.
For sure.
What did you hear?
Well, at first, I just heard rustling, and I was like, oh, okay, he's home. And then I heard a guy's voice. And I was like, ooh, he's going to have a conversation. That's when I was like, I'm definitely listening. He said to the guy, I just went on a date. I'm going to marry that girl.
Oh, that's really cute.
Or really creepy.
Yeah, exactly. It goes one of two ways. Like Brooke is practically ready to slide off her seat right now, and Jose's like, "Whoa, that's creepy."
It freaked me out. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've been avoiding him, because I don't think that you can tell if you're going to marry somebody after one date.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
you
just
can't,
feel
but
feel like
other
it
people
was
could.
you feel like it was too much?
Too soon.
Yeah, way too much. And granted, I had a great time with him. It was fun. But when, the first thing that he says when he gets home is, I'm going to marry that girl. It's like, what?
But the thing is, you couldn't see his face. You don't know,
Brooke's trying so hard for like a storybook love tale thing right now.
Seriously, I think some people can tell after the first date, and I think you could have found the coolest guy you'll ever meet.
Or you could have found a stage 5 clinger. It all depends how you interpret it. This is how she's interpreting it. That's how it made her feel.
Should be mutual, right?
But that's the risk of dating, right? They're always either clingers or romantics.
Yeah, and that's the vibe that she got from this dude, obviously, that he's a clinger right away.
No.
Yes, that's exactly the vibes that I got. And, hey, that's fine for you maybe, but not for me. I want somebody to want to get to know me first.
Before you talk about marriage, all right. Well,
Exactly.
Madison, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to let Bruce know in the nicest way possible.
Okay, I hope that helps.
All right, and the only nice way I can think of is to let you know that he's on the other line and just heard that.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. Bruce, say hi to Madison.
Hi, Madison. Madison, I can't believe you actually heard that.
Yeah.
I'm at a complete loss for words.
Do you remember saying that to whoever you were talking? Who were you talking to, by the way, Bruce?
Yeah, I was talking to my roommate.
Okay.
I walked in, and my roommate, kind of was sarcastic, being like, "Yo, dude, how'd the date go?" So I thought of the first thing that was on top of my head. It's just like, I think I love her, man. I want to marry her. Something like that.
Crap. That's cool to say to your roommate, but you definitely don't want the person that you just went on a date with, first date, to hear that.
Madison, I really wish you would have let me know that you heard that, and we could have cleared some things up, but...
So, what, are you taking it back? do you not mean it anymore? Or what do you mean by that?
So, kind of what I meant was, where I was at with my excitement was, I could definitely see, things going... forward if that's, kind of how things were with us all the time, the more and more we started being together, and, I don't know,
it might turn into love.
This is such an awkward thing to try to explain.
Madison, I mean, can't you give this guy a chance? I mean, I know that it's a lot of pressure, but haven't you ever just felt overwhelmed and maybe you exaggerated your feelings a little?
Yeah.
Sure, but I don't know. It's like hearing something that you're not supposed to. It's hard to come back from that because now it's on such a grounds of embarrassment.
Why don't we turn it into a joke?
Why don't we just forget it ever happened and turn it into a joke?
I mean, if it has to always be remembered, I mean, we did have a good time. You know, we had an amazing time. It's actually one of the best dates that I've been on in years.
Bruce, I think you need to downplay it a little more. Don't call the date amazing. Don't call it awesome. Just be like, it was cool or whatever, Madison. I mean, I didn't really care too much. That sounds like what Madison is into.
Yeah.
Oh, Madison, stop being so scared of love. Come on, Madison.
Oh, I'm not scared. I just, want to make smart decisions and not,
That's good.
But he could have said, like, horrible things about you. He could talk about, like, your boobs or your butt or how he wanted to bang you.
That happened after Madison hung up. I guarantee it.
Like, you actually found a sweet, caring man that really wants to find love someday. He's not saying it's necessarily with you right now.
No, I think he did say that.
Well, I'm just trying to help him out.
I don't know. That's like a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm still pretty young, so
All right.
that's it's always going to be like in the back of my head. Like,
Well, sweet. Then we should send you guys out again. Madison, would you like to go on a second date with Bruce? I'll pay for it.
God.
Come on, Madison, give him one more shot.
Madison, I really wish it didn't happen, but it did. I mean, I'm definitely in it take it date by date. I don't have a problem with that. I just got really excited about you as a person.
Oh.
So, Madison, will you go out one more time with me?
Hey, Madison, if you wouldn't have been such a snoop and listened in on his conversation, would you go out with him if you didn't hear what he said?
That's a good question.
I mean, yeah, I would have.
Okay.
I absolutely would have.
So it's your own fault.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, now.
So you should go out with him again.
Come on.
I mean, I feel so guilty about all of this. I mean, I guess I kind of owe it to you.
There you go.
You're saying yes?
Congratulations, Bruce. You got yourself a pity date.
I'm sorry, Bruce.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thanks. Yeah.
I'm excited to go out with you, Bruce. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever.
Yeah. See, that's how you have to play it.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I might be busy that night, but we'll see.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mark Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
You guys are the radio show?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, my God.
Awesome. Most of the time when I call people, they have no idea who I am.
No, I mean, I've heard of you.
Awesome. That's good. Well, the reason I'm calling today is you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Oh.
His name is Ben.
Oh. Okay.
Not as
And
much laughter.
Ben told us a little bit about your date. He said that he liked you a lot, but he can't figure out why it's been 2.5 weeks and you haven't returned any of his phone calls.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you could start off by maybe telling us if you liked him.
Yeah, I mean, he was really, really nice. He was a nice guy.
So you did like him. Let me ask you a more important question. What'd you think of his mom?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How do you know that?
Well, because Ben talked to us about your date. He told us how you guys went out for drinks and then went to go see a play, and his mom showed up before the play and then joined you guys on the date. And not only that, but dropped you off, apparently, at the end of the evening, too.
That is romance.
Oh, wow.
What did you think when his mom walked into the lobby of the theater?
It was really weird.
Okay,
I can't
so
even imagine.
you're on the same page as we are
Yeah.
then. Because we tried to explain to him that's a strange move to do on a first date. And he was like, no, I swear, my mom and her hit it off. She thought it was great. She had a wonderful time.
Actually, that part was totally true. It was weird at first.
What?
It was weird at first. It was totally weird at first, but she was actually really, really cool. I'm really into theater, and she knows so much about theater and theater history, and she was like, telling me all these stories, and
So you actually
Yeah.
enjoyed your time with his mother.
I really did.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed his mom so much, why aren't you calling him back for another date? I mean, that could be your mother-in-law if you play your cards right.
I don't think that I should say.
Dude, I mean, we have to know. If it wasn't the mom, what could it be?
Oh, God. I don't want to hurt his feelings.
I think he's actually pretty resilient. We poked fun at him pretty hard when we talked to him, and he seemed to take it pretty well.
I don't know. It sounds pretty bad to me.
Well, here's the thing, right? Whenever somebody signs up to do one of these second date updates, we let them know that they might hear something they don't want to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Ben is willing to hear whatever news it is that you have to say. We'll clean it up a little bit when we talk to him, sugarcoat it if we need to. But if you can just tell us what it is, at least he will know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. During the play, I was sitting in between them.
Oh my God, that's so awkward. I didn't realize that piece. I'm sorry.
No. Honestly, it was good. She was really great to talk to, and I liked talking to him too. So it really was okay. But about halfway through the play, she was whispering to me about the play and stuff, and then she said there was an actor in the play, the one that I guess got Ben the tickets, and he was, really cute, and Ben's mom was talking about him and commenting on it, and she said she thought we would, really hit it off.
What?
And that she wanted to set me up with Ben's friend.
What?
Wait a second.
Hold up.
His mom is trying to set you up with somebody other than him?
On a date?
Yeah.
What?
Why would she do that?
That is awful.
I mean, I was a little surprised that she said that. I even said that I am on a date with your son. But she said, I know, but I've met this guy. He's really, really hot, and he's got a great personality. And she said after the show, she would take me backstage and introduce me to him.
Oh my God.
I think his mom's trying to live vicariously through you, hoping that you'll hook up with this dude.
No, I didn't go backstage. I didn't meet him after the show, but at the end of the night, she gave me his phone number.
Oh my God, you called him. I know you did, because that sell was too good.
I did not call him. I didn't call him.
I don't believe you one bit.
I really didn't call.
What?
Yeah,
I
right.
would call. This guy sounds amazing.
Brooke!
I'm just saying. I don't know if the mom is willing to throw her son under the bus. There must be something magical about this man.
Later on, I did text him, and I haven't gone out with him yet, but I am supposed to.
Okay, so you have a date with his buddy who was in the play that you guys saw, and his mom is the one who set it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I know. I don't know.
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
Hey, Jamie, that's Ben. This might be confusing, but Ben is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jamie, that didn't really happen, did it?
Ben, I didn't know you were on the phone.
I am on the phone, and I heard everything you just said.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Well, Ben, you can't really be too mad at Jamie, right? You got to be more mad at your mom, I think, in this instance.
I don't know. The whole thing is poor Ben.
Mad at everyone.
Well, she didn't have to listen to my mom.
Very true.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she could have said no.
But come on.
I am so sorry that you had to hear it like this. I wouldn't have wanted that. But honestly, your mom was like, she really wanted me to meet this guy. I don't know.
Oh, man.
She kept, talking about his body and, how cool he is. And
Oh, my God.
it was, all she was talking about. I don't...
Oh my God.
My mom was talking of a bunch of actresses to me in the play. I'm not going to, hit them up and call everybody.
Well, you brought your mom on the date, Ben. I mean, you kind of sealed your own fate with that.
No.
She loves the theater. I told her just talk about the theater. That's it.
Well, she really was. She was talking about that actor. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
And he's a good friend of mine.
Oh, Ben.
Jeez. Ben, you can't win at all in this.
I really don't know what to say. I'm really sorry, Ben. I am going out with him, but if it doesn't work out, who knows?
Oh, well, there you go,
Jamie.
Ben. Hey, Ben. Well, I guess, Jamie, would you like to go out on a second date with Ben? We will pay for it.
Come on, Jamie. He was your first pick. You can put this other guy off until after you do one more date. Give Ben the chance.
Honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to go with the hot actor.
Sorry.
What? Come on!
I'm really sorry, Ben. I want to see where this goes. Your mom was very confident that it was the right move.
I cannot believe this happened. I'm so pissed at my mom.
Yeah. It seems like you need to have conversations with a few people, Ben.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Crystal.
Speaking. Who's this?
Hey, Crystal, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Trevor.
This is Trevor. What do you got?
Trevor, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
That is a radio show.
Jubal is your name?
Yes, it is. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Good morning. Well, I actually have a question about a date that you went on. One of our listeners emailed us about you. And I'll just get to brass tacks. I can tell you're a business kind of guy.
Yeah, he straight to the point here.
Okay, whatever. Do what you need to do.
All right. So here's the deal. You recently went out with a girl named Heather. You remember going out with Heather?
I do remember going out with Heather, yes. Why are you asking me about it now?
Well, because Heather emailed us saying that after your date, which was the most romantic date she's ever been on, by the way, after your date, you stopped texting her, and she's wondering why.
Wow. That's a real grown-up move there, Heather.
What? Wait, I don't get it. Like, are you upset by that? Are you being sarcastic, or?
That she emailed the radio station to complain about why I'm not calling her after our date.
It wasn't a complaint.
Yeah, not to complain about it. She's just like in the dark. She doesn't know why you stopped talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, all I can say is I'm good there.
You're good there.
What? Wait, you're telling me that you're good there and you put that much effort into a first date?
We talked to Heather, and she told us about the date you took her on, the private meal on a rooftop with all of her favorite foods made by private chefs. Yeah. That's a lot to do for a lady.
That's kind of just what I do.
That's what you do on all your first dates?
No, it's just kind of what I do in life. It's little details are important, and if you can ace the details, then you're going to ace the test.
Okay,
so
it's not a test.
So this wasn't even that crazy of a first date for you.
For me, no.
For her,
it was. For her, yes.
Right. Okay.
But I knew it would be that way, and it was all by design.
Okay, wait. I'm confused. The way she described you, you were charming, you were romantic, and right now you're coming off as kind of a smug a-hole.
Well, you call me in the middle of my business day in a situation like this. I'm not going to be particularly happy about it.
Whoa. All right.
Okay,
so we can get you on
that.
the phone as quick as possible if you wouldn't mind just telling us why you're not wanting to talk to her.
Look, we had a lovely time, and I got what I wanted out of the date.
You get what you wanted out of it, but you didn't even kiss her at the end. What did you want out of it?
Dinner?
If you must know, I did it for a business deal.
What?
You did it for a business deal going out with her.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I sometimes do business with her father.
Yeah, she told us that.
And sometimes in a deal, the numbers can all line up and it can all look great, but it's really the personal touch that closes. And this guy clearly had a soft spot for his daughter. She was a good-looking gal. He mentioned that it might be a good idea that I date her, so I called her up and I took her on the best date of her life.
So you're telling me that you used her as a stepping stone in your little effing career?
I'm not saying that, no, but I will tell you that 2 days later I closed the deal.
You are, oh my.
So,
once the money comes in.
So you took her out just to close a deal with her father?
Not just to close the deal. We had a nice time. She had a nice time, I'm sure. It wasn't a wasted night in her life.
Yes, it was. You were texting her afterwards and you couldn't wait to see her again. You played with her emotions. You totally let her on. You're a total
Jeez, Brooke.
Look, you can call me names all you want, but I'm just being honest with you guys. You called me, and I'm the one closing multi-million-dollar deals on a regular basis.
Whoa.
Yeah, but you didn't have to, like...
Use people.
I mean, couldn't you just go, yeah, sure, I'll go out with your daughter and take her on a regular date and not try to be super romantic about it?
So I should take her on a date?
Or, hey, I don't know, maybe you just don't use his daughter at all and you're actually a good businessman and you make a deal without having to use somebody's daughter in the process of it?
Listen, sweetheart, in business, you do whatever you need to do to close the deal, okay? I close the deal. The day that you're doing things like that, you can come talk to me, but I'm the one who knows my business.
Good look.
And by the way, her dad offered her up.
She's
So I'm going to take advantage of that.
It's not a bonus structure, you asshole.
Dad's fault.
You are an asshole. He didn't offer me up. Oh, my God.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on here?
Trevor, that's Heather. She's actually on the other line listening and wanted to talk to you.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
You f***ing used me. You took me on this romantic dinner. You told me all these things that you loved about me, how you wanted to see me again. Like, what the hell was that? That was...
And you had a great time, right?
Yeah, I had a great time because I believed you really liked me.
I do like you, Heather, but that doesn't mean I'm going to marry you. That doesn't mean that we're obligated to have anything beyond that night.
Oh, man.
You are the biggest ass I have ever met in my entire life. I've never met someone as awful as you. Ever.
I don't really have much of a response to that. All I can say is that at the end of the day, ask yourself this question. Were you going home with me if I asked you?
No.
I saw the look in your eye at the end of the night. If I wanted to take you home with me, I 100% could have. And I didn't. I didn't even kiss you. I respectfully ended the night with you. So when it comes down to it, I was a true gentleman, no matter what you might think about.
Really? Really? You were a gentleman by wasting my time just to get a business deal with my father.
At what point did I sign a contract with you that gave me any obligation with you whatsoever?
You have an obligation just to be a good human being. Like, life is not business. You don't do this to people.
I never once treated you unkindly or disrespectfully until you called the radio station trying to call me out.
He's right.
Yeah.
No, he's not right.
He didn't treat her badly when they went out.
He treated her like an object, okay? Whether he said it to her face or not, that's as disrespectful as you freaking get.
He was nice about it.
Oh my God, you guys are idiots.
I'd like to go out on a nice
but then
date.
you stopped texting me completely. So I don't really think that that's treating me well. Do you? Just leaving somebody hanging like that after taking them on an amazing date? You couldn't even just be honest and be like, actually, I went out with you to close the deal. Like, I might have even respected that a little more, but I had to call a radio station and get them to talk to you? Give me a break. I'm going to tell my dad to pull the deal with you. Like,
well, it's a little late to pull the deal. Deal's closed, so it's not going to happen.
Dude, Trevor, how do you have like zero remorse whatsoever?
You know, I might feel a little bad about it, but when I open my bank account, I feel pretty good about how my business is going.
Oh my God, you narcissistic.
I feel sorry for you because you may say you have a bunch of money and you love your business, but you have no heart and no soul, and I pity you. You're going to end up alone.
Look, you never would have known about any of this if you hadn't done this whole thing that you're doing right now.
I would have still been wondering.
You could have had the fantasy for the rest of your life of the guy that you could have had, and whatever happened to him. Well, we sure had a nice time that night.
Why not try to have another nice time? Trevor, would you like to go out on a second date with Heather? I know you have money, but we'll pay for it.
Please don't even offer that. I don't want to go.
Are you sure?
You know what, Heather? I think there's another deal that might be good for your dad in a couple of months, so maybe we just wait until then.
Oh my God, you did not.
Oh, Trevor, I can guarantee you my dad will not be doing any more deals with you.
Trevor, thank you for being brutally honest with us.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Oh my God, I'm angry.
Heather, I'm sorry you had to find out that you were just a pawn in his game of trying to get some business done with your dad.
Yeah.
I guess it goes to show you don't listen to your dad anymore. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Any idea what Brooke and Jubal in the Morning is?
Kind of, yeah. I don't...
Okay. It sounds like you have no idea at all. I'll just tell you. Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, it's a radio show.
Oh.
Yeah. My name is Jubal, and then there's Brooke, and then there's Jose.
Yeah.
So, why are you calling me?
That's a good question, Sean. We're calling you because you recently went out with one of our listeners. Her name is Rachel.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and Rachel told us about the night she met you. She also said you guys chatted for a little bit, but now you kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Is it weird because she's maybe just jumping the gun? It hasn't been very many days, so.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to embarrass Rachel at all. You know, like, I don't know how much you guys know about what happened that night. So.
Well, I'll tell you what she told us. She said you guys met at a bar because you grabbed her drink. She thought you stole her drink, and then you guys started talking.
Yeah.
And then went to another bar where you played like a fun game, role-playing, where she went in, and then you came in and talked to her.
Like you redid your first meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, at first I was very hesitant to do it because, I don't know, it's awkward. It's not kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you know what? Why not? We're having a great time. Let's do it. And, you know, the whole thing kind of like got really unstable really fast.
Unstable? How so? Did she get like crazy on you and try to stab you with a fork?
Not that extreme, but at a certain point, she just got up and started yelling and screaming at me.
Wait, hold on. When you guys did the role playing where she was reintroducing herself and you were doing a new meeting, she started screaming at you?
Well, yeah, I mean, not at first, but like all of a sudden she got up from her chair and then she just started like ranting and raving and yelling at me.
About what? What was she yelling about?
Well, she was saying that I came late. And then, well, it was, the crazier thing was it made me really uncomfortable about me by accidentally taking her drink because she yelled and said that like she doesn't like a guy who drinks too much and that I was drinking too much.
Okay, so
I'm so confused
It
right
was-
now.
was it like she was in character, but the character was somebody who was yelling at you?
Yeah, and then so I like, you know, out of nowhere, because I was kind of going along with it, even though it was really uncomfortable. And then I kind of broke character, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like you know, like are we really fighting?" And she was like, "What do you mean? Am I being serious? Of course I'm being like." And then she just kept going. I just gave her more ammunition to revamp again.
Oh, wait, so maybe she wasn't in character. Maybe she was like legit mad at you, you think?
I have no idea. We got out of the bar, and I was like terrified. I was about to piss my pants.
Oh, no.
She told us that everything ended nicely between you guys, a nice little hug, and then you guys texted a little bit back and forth after.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if she might be the next best performer since Andy Kaufman. I have no idea. But I was like, I don't want to talk to her. Let me just get out of the situation as soon as possible. And then I did.
So you were still scared of her?
No, I'm actually like scared of her right now.
Oh.
Like, I mean, the last thing that I want to do is be in a room with her.
Okay.
Well, then,
You know?
I hate to tell you this, Sean, but you're actually on the phone with her because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Maybe yell at you. I don't know. Rachel, are you there?
This is kind of awkward. I didn't expect to hear all of that.
I wasn't lying. Like, I just don't know what you expected. Like,
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that you were lying. I don't know. I thought we were, like, having fun and we were both on the same page. Like, I thought it was funny.
Oh my gosh, Rachel. Is that honestly why you left, I don't know, that huge part out of the story when you told us?
I mean, no, I pretty much told you guys everything that happened. I said that we role played. I mean, maybe I raised my voice a little bit, like, but I don't think it was the way that, like, Sean was explaining it. I don't think it was scary and he was frightened of me.
I mean, I was scared. The bartender, people around us noticed, and they kept, like, looking at us. You don't remember that?
I know, but remember when I said outside, I was like, it'll be so funny because everybody in there won't know, like, what's going on, you know, like when you start talking to me, and, you know, that's kind of what I meant. Like, I was like, it's going to be, you know, so exciting. Like, they're going to be like, what?
But exciting for who? Like, we're never going to hear that.
And Rachel, how is it so exciting to watch a couple fight in a bar?
We weren't fighting. She was just yelling at me. A fight is when both parties are there.
Come on, you know, every once in a while when you see people, like, bickering in public or, like, you see something that you don't see very often, it's kind of entertaining.
Yeah, like the way car crashes are.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh, Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, it is entertaining to see that.
I don't mean entertaining like, yay. I mean, like, entertaining like, what? I can't look away. Like, I don't know. I just thought it would be something we would laugh about, like, after, like, remember their faces.
Rachel, the bartender asked me to leave. Okay, that's how bad this was. All right, and I only think you're seeing it from your perspective of that you thought it was funny.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Maybe next time we should flip it and you can be mad at me.
Oh my gosh! No, why aren't you learning from this? There shouldn't be a next time. We should just end this game.
I just don't understand why you have so much aggression. Had you told me before we went into the bar that you were going to yell at me, I might not have agreed to it.
But that was the whole, like, surprise, like improv or whatever.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Rachel.
You got to go with it, Sean.
I wasn't angry. I thought, like, oh, this will spice it up. This will be funny.
I just tried to dismiss it as that you were just drunk and that you just didn't know what you were doing. And
I knew exactly what I was doing, and the fact that you were scared means I did one hell of a job.
Oh my gosh, Rachel.
We'll give you the Oscar for terrifying me the most. I don't know what you want to hear.
But she does sound fun-loving, and she doesn't sound like she was legit angry.
Yeah.
I wasn't angry at all. I'm so fun. Come on.
Well, then, like, why did you bring up my mother? My relationship. It doesn't
Oh
make
my
any
God.
sense.
No, wait. It was role playing. You like anything's fair game, and we don't even know each other that well. I don't even know your mom. It's fine.
I know. It made me feel weird.
Well, Sean, would you like to go on a date with an Oscar winner? Because we'd like to send you out on a second date with Rachel. We'll pay for it.
To be honest, I don't know if I want to, go out again.
Oh.
Is there anything, Rachel, that you could say to him other than yelling at him that could convince Sean to go on another date with you?
Only that I really am a lot of fun, and I heard what you said, and I would not have brought up your mother if we were really, like, together for a long time, so
For a long time.
that should make you feel better.
I appreciate the sentiment, and, thank you for hearing me out, but I don't think we should do it.
Okay. Well, Rachel, now do you want to yell at him?
No, I mean, I guess I'm glad that I know what actually happened.
Yeah, maybe no more role-playing on first dates.
Yeah,
or second or third.
Or maybe I just shouldn't date these that can't handle it.
Hello?
Oh my gosh.
Hi, I was looking for Josh.
Hey, I know I'm new, so I haven't had too much exposure to it. It just seemed very difficult to connect with. It's just a little bit colder, a little bit. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to put my finger on it. I don't get it.
Have you tried walking up behind him and tapping him on the shoulder and just going, "Hey, new in town. Let's go back to my place."
Not yet. Is that what I should do?
No,
I
don't
think that
do
should
that.
work.
Don't do anything that he says. Anything he says, do the opposite.
All right.
So the date was obviously good because you want to talk to this girl again.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we really clicked. It was a great time, and she was attractive, and we had a fun night.
What'd you guys do?
We had a couple of bars, and then we ended up playing pool, and I thought that was a lot of fun. She was actually a really good pool player, and she seemed to be competitive. So we ended up playing pool for a while. I even put a bet down on the last game, which was a lot of fun.
Was it like a, "Hey, if I win, you gotta kiss me. If you win, you gotta kiss me. If that guy on the other table wins, you gotta kiss me"? One of those type of bets?
Yeah, it was actually $20.
Oh, it's very literal.
She did great, and I won. Which was, for me, I'm super competitive. So it was,
Wait, you didn't let her win?
I didn't take the $20. I mean, I wanted to be a gentleman about it.
What a chump. She probably is not calling you back because she doesn't respect you because you don't collect your debts.
That's it.
Right. No, we were kind of laughing about it. And that whole part was cool. It got weird a little bit before she left. Like, there were a couple of awkward moments at the end that make me think that maybe she didn't feel exactly the same way that I did.
Well, let's get to the awkward part then. What happened that was awkward?
We'd been drinking a little bit, so I was feeling pretty good. And she was keeping up with me on the drinks, too. And so as you start feeling good and you feel like you're connecting with somebody, the romantic side of you starts coming out. And I'm thinking, okay, I want to kiss this girl.
Mm-hmm.
But I just couldn't find that moment. You know, it just felt a little awkward every time I thought about it. So I finally came around and asked her if it'd be okay to kiss her.
Okay.
And she goes, I don't kiss guys that ask me if they can kiss me.
Oh, that sucks.
That's kind of
That's
funny.
always an awkward ask, and usually it ends up like, sure, you can kiss me. Thanks for asking. You're such a gentleman. She didn't like it, though.
No, but it got worse because then I figure, okay, so my mind's like, I'm trying to go as fast as I can, even though it's a little buzzed, right? But I think, okay, if she doesn't like a guy asking, maybe I should just kiss her now, you know? And so, like, I'm leaning in for the kiss, and then she pushes me away. She goes, no, I'm not going to kiss you. So I'm like, okay, I can't ask, and I can't go in for the kiss. I can't be forceful about it. So, like, what do I do? You know, it's just weird. It was, I don't know, that part was a little awkward.
Yeah, you should have probably just held off until the second date after you got turned down once, because once she turns you down and then you're like, all right, fine, then I'm going to force it on you. What do you think about that? Usually doesn't go over very well.
So I just called a cab for her and opened the door for her. She gets in the cab, and before I close the door, I move in just a little bit closer, and I go, so no kiss, right?
What? Give it up at this point.
Hey, listen, sometimes you can't stop yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that it was in my mind, and I had to try.
So you're just harping on the kiss.
Yeah.
So she just looked at me and she smiled and she goes, I think you might have a bad memory because I've already told you no twice.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I think I know why she's not calling you back.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. I mean, I know maybe the way I'm describing it might sound like I was being forceful, but it was, you know, I was a gentleman about the whole thing. You know,
Yeah, but
it was just more awkward than it was forceful.
It's not even necessarily being forceful, but it's just constantly being like, okay, so how about that kiss now?
Yeah.
All right, 10 minutes has gone by. Hey, are we going to kiss or no? You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
And even, I feel like even calling her for a second date at this point is just pushing it.
I don't think I'm pushing that hard, to be honest with you. I mean, it may sound bad talking about it now, but it was more of a playful thing. I mean, that the whole night was like that.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I feel bad for the guy who's on the phone for a second date update today. His name is Frank, and if you missed the first part of the second date update, he told us about how everything went down on his date with a girl named Crystal. They met up at a bar, had a fun time, but he asked her repeatedly for a kiss. He tried to kiss her 3 times, and each time he got denied.
God.
And that's why he thinks he's not getting a call back today. Before we call her, Frank, I do want to say I feel really bad for you, man.
Thanks, Jubal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a good reason. Like I said, we had a playful time.
Yeah, before we get into all that, I just want to comfort you. Because to get turned down for a kiss that many times, I can't stand for that. You know, I like kisses. And that's why right now you and I over the phone are going to have a little make-out sesh before we make the phone call, okay? You ready to? Yeah, a little kiss over the phone, okay?
It's like the welcome committee.
Will you kiss me, Frank? Because I'll kiss you right now.
Listen, you know, if these words were coming from
Too late. Too late.
Look on the line.
I'm already making out with you, Frank.
I feel like...
You were a good kisser, Frank. I'm surprised that she didn't want to kiss you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. That's what most people say after they kiss me. Just wow. Speechless.
Poor Frank. He just moved to town. Welcome to town, Frank.
Sorry, dude. He's kind of special.
Oh.
All right, Frank. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Get her on the phone and see if it was your incessant trying to kiss her that is causing her not to call you back. All right?
All right.
And
Thanks, man.
Look how awkward
if she, I mean, if she does kiss him on the next date, it'll be like she kissed Jubal too.
Hey.
You know how that works.
You want to kiss real quick before I dial the phone number? One more?
Oh, I'm good, man. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to dial the phone number right now.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Crystal.
Speaking. Who's this?
Hey, Crystal, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm fine. Who is this again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Did I win something?
No, you did not win anything, but I do want to talk to you for a second about a date that you recently went on.
I'm sorry. Wait, you need to talk to me about a date that I went on?
Yeah. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update, and somebody recently emailed us about you.
Someone emailed you about me.
Yes.
And so you're calling me to ask me what?
Why you're not calling him back. His name is Frank. Do you remember going out with a guy named Frank?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So Frank told us that he likes you a lot. He told us a little bit about your date and said that he would really like to see you again, but you're not calling him back. Is there a particular reason?
Oh, there's a reason.
All right. Was it the fact that he tried to kiss you like 1,700 times on your date?
That definitely played a part. There was more to it, not just that.
You have a few minutes to tell us what the more to it is?
I don't mind. I really do have something else I have to do, but you probably should know anyways. If you guys should just pass that to him. Yeah.
Pass what to him?
The reason.
What is the reason?
Well, he has a fragrance about him.
A fragrance. That's usually not a good cologne type of smell when you word it like that.
It's definitely not a cologne, and it's definitely not a good one.
Yeah.
So is it just body odor? What is it?
I don't know what it is, but it is very strong.
What, do you have any? Is there anything you can compare it to?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
It's probably the strongest thing I have ever smelled in my life.
So he smelled weird. That's probably why you turned him down for so many kisses, huh?
I didn't even want to be within 100 yards of him.
Why'd you?
You know, I got to jump in. This is ridiculous what I'm hearing right now.
Wow.
Totally ridiculous.
Who is this?
That is Frank, Crystal. He's actually on the other line listening.
Yeah, and I'm not happy.
So wait a minute. You had him on the phone the whole time, and we're just sitting here?
Yeah. I was going to tell you that a little later, but then Frank decided to jump in, so.
Great. Here we go.
No, I can't believe you're saying that. I don't smell.
Okay. So I really don't have a lot of time, really, to talk about this, but I'm just going to say, to be honest with you, maybe you were nervous before. Maybe your deodorant doesn't work. Maybe you need something stronger. I don't know. But when you gave me a high five, you literally almost knocked me out unconscious.
Whoa.
What?
True story. True story. So if you're wondering why, that is definitely the reason you probably should bathe thoroughly before a date. Just saying. I have nothing else to say. It's pretty clear. I thought it was clear that I was like 9,000 cars away from you when you tried to give me a kiss. So I'm really done.
You don't sound remorseful. Like, you're not being very nice about approaching his smell, though.
Because it's ridiculous. And honestly, I'm not going to sit here on the radio. I'm already blindsided by being on the radio already. And it was very clear that I wasn't really interested after he tried to kiss me 411,000 times and I said no. So and now, since she's putting me in a position, now I have to be firm to let you know if we're looking for a second date, an 11th date, a 12th date, a 1,000th date, it's the exact same reason. It's no all day long. So there we go. I have to go. Sorry, guys. Thanks for calling. I got to go. Bye.
Wow. Whoa. That was direct.
It's pretty, blunt and to the point.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, I don't think you're getting a second date.
Ouch. Has anyone ever commented on your smell before, Frank?
Okay, look, I'm going to give it to you guys straight, all right? I'm not like one of those sissy boys that walks around smelling like freaking cucumbers and strawberries, okay? That's not me, and that's just not what I do. You know, I don't shower every day for a reason. It's unhealthy. So if that's what she's referring to...
Wait, did you say you don't shower every day?
Yeah, I mean... It's scientifically proven that if you shower every day, you're stripping your body because the skin is a protective layer, right? it's not meant to be washed off every day or scrubbed off every day.
He's actually right.
You know?
Yeah,
We're
I've heard
obsessed
those,
in this
I've
country
heard
with-
those studies, but you know what? I still take like 3 or 4 showers a day because I don't give a shit. I'd rather not smell.
You don't smell if you don't shower for 1 or 2 days.
Oh, no, you do, Brooke.
No, whatever.
Believe
dude.
me,
I will shower
I work-
twice a week. That's plenty.
I work with you. Trust me. There have been some occasions where I'm like, whoa, somebody's a little ripe today.
It's fine.
I smell like I smell. I don't smell like ass. It's just natural musk. It's human pheromones.
Smells like a man.
There are women that are attracted to my pheromone type. It's been proven. I mean, I know women that gravitate towards me just because of my natural smell.
Maybe.
It's a Frank smell. It's me.
The Frank
It's
smell.
the Frank smell.
Oh, the Frank. How often do you shower then?
I mean, I feel like I have a calendar, but maybe every 10 to 14 days or so.
Okay, that's even a lot for me.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie on that one.
You have to smell a little bit
Yeah.
He's fully embraced the
What?
theory.
Listen, it's just me. It's natural. It's naturally Frank. It's just my scent, guys. I have a scent, just like everybody does.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's why she's not calling you back. She didn't like your scent.
Yes, I just have to leave it up to a woman that gets it, man. This is a tough town, guys. It really is a tough town.
Tough town. Showers way too much.
Yeah. Or maybe that's why women aren't talking to you in the bars when you go out. You ever think of that?
No, it's kind of. This is a one-time thing. I've never heard somebody go off like this about my smell. Crystal obviously is just off her rocker.
She sounds crazy to me, but you know what? No matter what, it is a second date update, so I have to ask the question. Hey, Crystal, even though you hung up, would you like to go out on a second date with Frank? We will pay for it. No, I don't want to because Frank smells funny, stinky. Are you sure? Frank, do you have anything else to say to Crystal?
Yeah, I don't want to go on a date with her either.
Yeah,
so
well,
it's
you're
all good.
stupid. You stinky. You smell. I don't like you either.
Oh my God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Today might actually be a first for the second date updates. If you missed the one that just played, Frank wanted to call a girl named Crystal because she wasn't calling him back. We found out the reason she wasn't calling him back. Frank only likes to shower once every 10 to 14 days and has what he calls his scent, the scent of Frank, which she was not a fan of. She said that he smelled disgusting. Somebody texted in at 78592. The reason I say it might be a first, they made a very good point. They said, this is the part where people are usually texting in saying, hey, what's his number? I'll go out with him. They ask, I'm curious, is anybody wanting to go out with the guy who smells? No, we have not received one text message saying, I'll go out with Frank. And we've had some weird people. And after every single second date update, people text in like, give him my number. They sound cute. Nobody's texting that about Frank because he stinks.
14 days is a long time. Like 5 days, I feel like I can get behind.
Yeah.
2 weeks is even a deal breaker for me.
Somebody even.
Hey, I was looking for Danny.
Yeah, this is Danny.
Danny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Good.
I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they gave us your phone number and asked us to call you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Amanda. She emailed us and told us about how you picked her up at a Target. She thought that was a really cute move, by the way, and told us a little bit about your date, said that she really liked you, but I guess it's been like 2 weeks now, and you're not returning her phone calls.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind maybe giving us some insight into why it's been 2 weeks and you haven't called Amanda back?
I guess I just can't see myself being in a relationship with her, and that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Is it because of something she did on the date, something she said?
I mean, I didn't get to know her really well, but she was kind of gross on our date.
How is
was
she
gross.
How is she gross?
Just her manners. I'm not sure really like how she was raised, and it was kind of shocking to me.
Wow, I'm very curious now, Danny. Because according to her, your date was perfectly normal. She didn't do anything weird. The thing that she did say was strange about your date was how you shook her hand at the end. Is that why you shook her hand? Because you thought she was gross?
Yeah, I needed an exit.
Can you give me one specific thing?
Yeah.
Was she sloppy when she was eating her food? She not put her napkin on her lap? What specifically made you think that she's nasty?
Well, it was going fine, and like halfway through the meal, she grabbed my hand and she leaned over into my ear and whispered, "I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I have to honk out a dirt snake."
No, she did not say that on the first date. Are you
You're
kidding
lying.
me?
You're lying about that, Danny.
That could not be real.
I swear to God.
And she
What was that
whispered
term again? What was that term again?
Oh, man. She said I have to honk out a dirt snake.
Was she being funny, or was like this a
That's
legit?
what I thought. I thought she was making a joke, and I just said, "Are you serious?" She just said, "No, really, I have to go download a brown load. I'll be back."
Stop it!
She had to have been joking then.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on, man. Like
I don't know one girl that would do that
way.
seriously.
she had to have been. She had to have been joking with you, Danny.
She was not. She left. She was gone for a few minutes. I mean, at the time, I couldn't eat. I lost my appetite. That's how serious she was being.
What did she say when she got back to the table? Like, she had to have had a smile or been laughing.
Yeah, she had a smile, and she patted her belly, and she said, "It looks like someone dropped the kids off at the pool."
With it.
She's so good.
Oh, my gosh. Was your face red?
I didn't know what to say, and she just jumped right back into her meal. And after a few minutes, she noticed, and she thought I didn't like it. She asked me if I didn't like the food, and I said, I just pretended I was feeling sick.
I would have been so grossed out. Like, I've been with my girlfriend like a year and a half now, and I don't even know that she does that still.
Oh my God.
And I don't ever plan on knowing that she does that. So, all right, Danny, I can understand why that would be a turnoff for you.
Yeah, that's why I shook her hand. I needed to get out of there.
All right. Danny, thank you very much for being honest. I'm sorry you had to endure that date.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm sorry, too, I guess. Is that all that you guys needed today, or?
Yeah, that's just about everything. I'll let her know. Actually, why don't you let her know what the problem was on the date? Because she's actually listening and on the other line right now.
Oh.
Amanda, did you actually say those things, or is he over-exaggerating?
Yeah, I said those things.
You did?
Amanda! What?
Why?
Women do go to the bathroom, and I like to joke around a lot, and I said it in a joking manner, and I was going to be honest with him, you know?
Okay, so the lines that you used, those were jokes, but you really did have to do what you said you were doing?
Yes.
There's truth in every joke, Jubal.
But I don't know why you're being such a stickler about it. I mean, don't you go to the bathroom?
Yes, I do, but I don't tell people like that. I mean, you could have just said, "I'm going to go to the restroom," or powder your nose, or whatever.
Yeah, say that.
But it wasn't a joke. I had to
Amanda!
Dude, I give it up to you, girl.
Amanda, you don't care at all, huh?
I mean, honestly, would you rather me at the table be like, "Hey, I gotta go"?
No, I don't think that's what Danny's saying.
No, you could have said, "I have to go to the bathroom." To say it that way is if, like, I'm your brother and we're hanging out, you know.
Oh. Well, I'm just descriptive. I'm a joking kind of person, and I'm descriptive, and so I have fun.
I will say, I wish I had a little bit more Amanda in me, because I haven't even talked about poop with my husband, and we've been married.
Everyone, guys, be open-minded. Everybody does it. It's a part of our human biological, systems. Like, we all go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but we stopped talking like that when we turned 14.
Amanda, you're telling me no other guy you've dated before has had a problem with this?
No, my last boyfriend, he used to come out of the bathroom and we'd high five.
Are you serious?
I bet we're going to get a ton of people on the text board who want to go out with you for this reason alone,
Probably.
Amanda. I mean, you're blunt and you're open.
Yeah, I'm honest, guys.
Yeah, I guess you're honest. I just, it's a first date. I mean, when you go out on a first date, you're supposed to, be a little more careful with what you say.
But shouldn't you know me for me? Why should I be hiding things?
Danny, you were attracted to her at one point. Couldn't you see the humor in it?
I mean, she whispered in my ear, "dirt snake."
All right. Good point.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, I would love to ask if you'll go on a second date with Amanda. We will pay for it.
I guess I can see where she's coming from, and it's great that she's so comfortable with herself, but I honestly can't stop thinking about dirt snakes.
Okay, so, Amanda.
Listen, that's just me being who I am, and if he's not comfortable with it, then we're just not compatible.
Amanda, I really enjoyed meeting you, kind of, and, good luck.
All right, no second date, Amanda. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry, guys. That's not.
And you know what? Thank you for letting us all today learn a new phrase in the second date update. Download a brown load will now be in my vernacular permanently.
Right,
Thank
and you guys will laugh about it later on.
Yes, we will, Amanda.
Hello?
From Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to...
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having a...
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so...
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting, because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know, maybe she was just tired, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all this? Just to, hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually, date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was, I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second.
Better grades.
Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it, but...
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you, too. At the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Whoa. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call, so...
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, what's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, you know, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of cool.
Her friends told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened. Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh, my God.
Not getting it.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man. All right?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I just, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor. That is called being a teacher.
But Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I guess I can stop texting her. I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tanya, please?
This is?
Hey, Tanya, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Ray, please?
Yeah, this is Ray.
Hey, Ray, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke Jubal in the morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
How's it going?
Fine.
Any idea why I'm calling you?
No.
We recently got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Okay.
Her name is Maggie, and you recently went out on a date with Maggie.
Okay.
Do you remember that happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Maggie emailed us because she's wondering why you haven't given her a call back, especially at the end of the date when you were talking about maybe meeting up for dinner or something. She hasn't heard from you, so she asked if maybe we could get you on the phone to find out why.
Oh.
Is there a reason you're not calling Maggie back?
It's probably not going to work out.
Oh, man, Ray.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't think we're a good match.
Is there a specific reason why you think that? Ray, you're a hard guy to read.
I agree. Do you,
So
I don't even know if he has emotion at all.
Why don't you think you guys would be a good match?
I don't know. I mean, Maggie, she's a really nice girl. Probably one of the nicest girls I've met in a little while here, but she likes to do a lot of stuff.
What do you mean by that? Like drugs? she didn't.
Hiking? No.
Yeah. What do you mean by she likes to do a lot of
No.
stuff?
Well, she just like, I don't know. We were talking about stuff, and she was saying all the things she likes to do. She likes to take cooking classes, and she like rides a bike, and she, I don't know, always goes out with her friends, and
She sounds like a
she's
fun,
always-
interesting person by the things
Yeah.
that you just said.
Those sound like normal interests to me.
You're right. She's totally interesting, normal person. I'm not very normal. Like, when she asks me what I like to do, I don't really like to do very much. And I don't hold it against her.
So you don't have any hobbies or interests?
I mean, I like watching TV, hanging around the house.
Okay, maybe
Stuff like
maybe
that.
that's one of the things that she likes to do too. Did you talk to her about that?
Well, I think probably she does, but I don't know if I could keep up with all that other stuff.
You don't have to go biking with her or hiking or whatever she likes to
Go
do.
hang out with friends.
Yeah, I don't know. I could just tell. I think she deserves someone really amazing.
Do you just
and
have
I
like?
just don't know if I'm really up to snuff.
You just sound like you just have really bad self-esteem, buddy.
No, I mean it's not my fault that I'm like this. It's just that's probably the way I was raised. But I don't have a problem with it. I just don't think it maybe matches up with her lifestyle.
Okay.
But don't you think that's a decision she should make, not you for her? Because you don't know how she feels.
Well, she might even be okay with it now, but I know that in a little bit she's going to see like what I see now, which is that, I mean, she's not going to like it. I mean, for instance, I don't want to be expected to do things.
Hey, look, I am 100% with you on that, Ray. Whenever I'm in a relationship, it's the worst when you're expected to do things.
Like,
But you don't know if she's going to ask you to go bike. You can, both have your own separate lives.
We're just two totally different people. I mean, she's fun, she likes to do things, and I'm not. I'm just boring. So.
Well, maybe, have you thought about this? Maybe if you date her, you could learn to do some activities that you like.
See, that sounds like a lot of pressure right there.
All right. Well, Ray, if that's not enough pressure for you, here's some more pressure. She's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
Hello, hi,
Yeah.
Ray.
No emotion.
Matt, like, it really breaks my heart to hear you talk about yourself like that.
I don't feel bad about it. I'm just boring, and you're not boring. So you don't want to date me.
You're being really hard on yourself, Ray. Are you always like this?
I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just being realistic. Just how things are. Being honest.
Well, I had a really great time with you a couple weeks ago, and talking to you now, you sound like a completely different person.
I mean, when you asked me what I like to do, didn't you notice that it took me like 10 minutes to get back to you on that?
10 minutes?
You asked me what my interests were, and I realized I don't really do anything. I don't really have any interest. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe I should look at that. You know.
Are you saying that your date with Maggie changed your whole perspective on life?
I'm just looking at things a little differently now.
Wow. Maggie. What did you do to this guy?
I mean, like, Ray, you really don't think this about yourself.
I just think I need to take some time with myself and just, I think you're really sweet, and I think you are really on to something.
You're on to something. And Maggie, you keep doing what you're doing. You're on to something.
You're living your life.
So, Ray, let me ask you this, Ray. I will pay for a second date if you guys go out again. Will you go out with Maggie one more time?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Really likes you, Ray. She thinks you're interesting and fun and attractive.
I do, Ray. You know, I like that you're really sweet and you're gentlemanly. I mean, you pulled my chair out for me at the restaurant. You know, guys don't do that. So I would love to see you again.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
But in that list, you forgot boring.
Oh my God.
Ray.
You know, I like doing boring stuff too. I like sitting around doing nothing. That's fun for me sometimes.
Now I feel like you're just saying that to impress me.
That's how you really impress a lot of people. Yeah, no, I'm super boring. Ray, is there any way we can get you to go out with Maggie again?
Come on.
I mean, you're paying for it?
Yes.
Come on, Ray. You're in a slump. You need this.
And you could be boring and she won't mind.
Fine, but don't expect much.
So is that a yes then? You'll go out with Maggie?
Yeah.
Yes!
Congratulations, Maggie. You got a second date.
No,
So you are excited about this?
Well, yeah, I'm excited. It just sounds like he's in a mini slump, so I'm excited to help him get out of it.
All right, good. Well, you can be Ray's slump buster then.
I'm not in a slump. This is how I am. Please don't expect more.
Well, I'm excited to hear about how this whole date turns out with you guys.
Me too.
It's close to, a romance novel or something.
I wouldn't be too excited.
Hello?